Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump right into the challenge. I wasn't going to do this video today because I didn't rewatch it and take notes. So everything is off the good old 40-year-old dome. If I forget something, it did not entertain me. That's why. So let's jump right into it. This episode, I'm going to say it like this. I love Cam. I love LeRoy. And I'm not even mad production set this up for LeRoy for LeRoy to get his gold skull. But this episode was so overly produced to me. Let me turn my phone on Do Not Disturb before it starts ringing. I'm not mad at it. It just, as soon as I saw the challenge was a time challenge and LeRoy and KC won by 1 second, I already knew what was up. I text my good friend Charles. You know, we talk about the challenge and all that good stuff. Big Brother, all that. We talk about all the reality shows, all that good stuff. And I said, Charles, don't spoil it for me. But I just saw LeRoy and KC won, so let me guess. Jay going in. LeRoy gonna get his revenge. He got to go skull. I knew it from there. I already knew how this was going to play out. Congratulations, LeRoy, on getting your gold skull. I hope you win the whole thing. Like, no hate. LeRoy is not on my fantasy team, but I would love to see LeRoy go out with a win, especially since he's already stated this is his last season, period. I would love for him to be his legacy to have a win attached to all the seasons he's been on the challenge. But let's just jump right into it. Because as much as I love Cam and LeRoy, I'm one of them true friends. A true fan, as you may call it. I'm gonna love you when you right, and I'm gonna call you out when you wrong. Let's jump right into it. First, let me read Corey a little bit, because this is, everybody coming back to the house. I still ain't put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Everybody is coming back to the house. Everybody mad at Teresa and Jay, and here go Corey and Kyle. You jeopardized our friendship for her, and you put my game at risk. Like, number one, it wasn't a guys' week, and y'all knew it. Y'all knew it. TJ had a little fun with y'all, but y'all knew it wasn't a guys' week. So calm down. Calm down. Number two, and the most important point of it all, Corey, Teresa nor Jay voted for you. You need to figure out who are the 9 people that put you down in the credit. And if I was Jay, that's all I would have said. I understand Jay seems like he is not a controversial. You know what I'm trying to say? He is not one that likes conflict. He seems like if you started, he ain't got no problem finishing it. He doesn't seem like he's an argumentative type of person. He doesn't seem like he likes to yip yap with you. And I honestly feel like he did all of this for his partner. But let me get off Corey real quick. Corey, they ain't do nothing to you. It was 9 people that voted for you and Ashley to be in that crater. It doesn't matter what Jay and Teresa wanted the house to do. You need to figure out the 9 people that agreed with them and figure out why they voted for you and why those 9 people put your game in jeopardy. And that's all I'm gonna give Corey, because to me, he shouldn't have gave Jay that much. Now let me read Jay a little bit. Jay, you did do all of this to save your partner. I can see all sides of this equation, but I see hypocrisy in it all. Like, Kyle, he did put your game at risk because it could have been a guy's night. So I understand Kyle's frustration. I understand Cam talking about, well, you didn't give me the heads up. I don't know why LeRoy's mad. Yeah, you want to defend your girl, but at the end of the day, Cam got her gold skull. And I feel like they're trying to twist what actually went down to fit their narrative of why they want to go so hard at Teresa and Jay. Number one, let's talk about last week a little bit. If Teresa and Jay would not have won, Teresa would have went down there probably against an Ashley or a Lolo. They would have threw somebody in there who they would have wanted to take Teresa out, and Teresa would have went home. So I don't blame Teresa for making the moves that she wanted to make to save her position in the game. It's nobody out there. It's none of y'all in YouTube land that can make me believe if Teresa and Jay didn't win last week, Teresa wasn't getting voted in. So she did what she had to do. She saw the two people who had the closest times to beat her, and she got one of them out. And I still don't believe they lost this week, but we gonna get there when we get to the challenge. So I don't blame Teresa for doing what she had to do. I don't see the blind side of it all, because we saw the clip where Teresa went to Cam and said, now she did say, if it's a physical elimination, give me a wink, a nod, whatever. And we thinking about putting you in. I ain't saying it ain't Ashley, but if it is Ashley, we might want to, like, Cam, that was a heads up, boo. That was the biggest head. It's just the hypocrisy of it all. And I feel like they really trying to twist the narrative. Like nobody said nothing to Cam all night and they just threw her in. Like, girl, we saw the clip, boo. And I understand Jay was Jay, you could have told Kyle. And I don't understand what the surprise, like, we went over that all last week. So let's move on. But it just was like y'all were giving Teresa and especially Jay way too much. Like LeRoy gave him the middle finger, called him a bitch ass. And I just kind of felt like that was a little bit too much for you to have your gold skull. And they kept saying, you took your shot, but you missed. Like, no, Teresa took her shot and she got who she wanted to get out. She was never coming for Cam. Now, yeah, if Cam would have went home, she wouldn't have cried. A strong person was getting out, but she wasn't coming for Cam. Her shot was at Ashley. She wanted Millionaire Mitchell to be out of the game, and she is. I don't understand why y'all mad when all of y'all voted for Ashley to go in week 1. Moving on. Moving on. Now, Fessy was on some bullshit. He went up to Corey, and see, what I don't understand, if y'all can't forgive Jay, but y'all forgive Fessy for the shit he did. And mind you, y'all already know I wasn't mad at Fessy. I'm not mad at nobody for doing what they got to do for $1 million. And that's on period. That is on. I ain't that cool with nobody for $1 million. Like, if it ain't my sister up there, I ain't playing that hard for nobody. On period. So let's move on for that. But here come Fessy talking about, well, I was such an insecure, shy kid, and I really don't know how to talk to people. So what does that have to do with you seeing a hall brawl and wanting to go in? Like, I wish people would just be real. Just be real. Because I understand it. Like, logically, I guess when you're in the game and you have your game brain on, you can't maybe understand that Fessy, like, y'all probably ain't watched Big Brother either. Fessy doesn't have a strategic, common sense bone in his body. He did everything to ruin that season of Big Brother. They couldn't put one and one together to make two to save their fucking lives. And that's why that whole alliance went home. Falte, that whole damn alliance went home. All of them. They couldn't. So Fessy, trust. He is not a mastermind. He is not some huge schemer. He really ain't trying to break up no friendships. Fessy is one track mind. Football, D1, hall brawl. I see it. Tori put me in. And that was on period. He didn't give a damn who was the vote. He didn't care. But Corey, if you can forgive Fessy, and then you still over here eyeballing Jay, who didn't even vote you in, the house voted you in, I got a problem with that. Because I feel like everybody was quick. The whole house was quick to turn on Teresa and her whole scheme to get Ashley out. But as soon as Cam got a little bit mad and she got her gold skull, the 9 people that voted for Kim to get her a gold skull against Ashley, now they're like, oh, hands off Teresa, the house mad at you. But I'm like, y'all the 9 bitches that voted for her. But I'm over the shit. I'm over it. And I'm over the Fessy thing. What's your name? Corey, if you want to forgive Fessy, forgive him. Forgive him. And let's move on. Because I'm really, okay, now that Jay is gone, and let's say next week Teresa goes, I'm ready to see where it's going to go next. Who's going to be the next hypocrite? Like, the whole thing was, they was all on the after show talking about, well, all I wanted was a heads up. You could have just told me. I'm like, I ain't seen nobody give nobody a heads up all season. Everybody seems surprised to get voted in the crater all season. So I don't understand why you want Jay and Teresa to give you something that you did not give anybody else. You didn't give this to anybody else. You required secrecy amongst all partnership votes. You all are asking Jay and Teresa to do something to help benefit your game or your conscience that you aren't willing to do for anybody else. And because Teresa wants to do something to help her game, she's now the big bad wolf of the house. Miss me with all the bullshit. If y'all all want Cam and LeRoy to win and Fessy and CT and all them, that's on y'all. Now, I did hear in the Twitter streets that they are playing a little bit of the strategy that I think they should be playing of blocking CT to get into eliminations. I wish production, you all would show more of that, because I think that is good strategic gameplay, and that should be shown to the viewers at home. Like, we ain't never voting CT and Darrell in there, but we still ain't made it to the midway trailer yet, so we still got a lot of challenge left to go. What happened next? Let's get to this challenge. I was so excited when I saw the helicopter and them hanging from the bag and had to tussle with it and kick people off. I was like, we back to challenges. We're back to challenges. Oh, but guess what? None of the men want to participate. None of the men want to get wet. Like, they got some weave in their hair that they got to go home and blow dry and flat iron. Like, none of them want to get wet. They're all scared to fight each other. I'm like, really? I was really disappointed in LeRoy and Jay, because ultimately it was up to you two who was going to win it. You two should have been battling to the end. It was like y'all kind of climbed over each other a good 2 seconds, and then Jay was like, oh, I'm having fun, but LeRoy looked like he was clenching for life. I'm like, if I was Jay, I would have climbed up that rope and I would have been stomping on LeRoy's hands. It was between you two. I don't understand. The girls, Teresa got half of the girls on her thing to just jump off. You can't tell me Teresa beat Lolo. Amber B wasn't having it. She was like, I heard my partner name in these streets, these challenge streets. I ain't throwing nothing, so Jay could be safe when my partner might have to go down there. I'm not mad at Amber B. I'm not mad at Amber B for not throwing it to Teresa, because I guess she ain't that tight with Teresa to have faith that her partner won't be thrown down there. But Amber, if you was smart, I would have let Darrell go down there, and then I could have been the rogue agent, But I don't think there was a rogue agent. I think whoever would have had to go with Corey. So whatever. But let's get to my conspiracy. Y'all know I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all, but this week I am. I don't like challenges where TJ just announced who's the winner and we don't have any, because if we look at the edit, Teresa got them first 3 off of that bag real quick because pretty much they quit. And her and Amber tussled for a little bit, and then Amber got dipped and she fell off. The first challenge of girls, none of them were giving anyone anything, and they were really going at it. And for you to be like, oh, well, LeRoy won by 1 second, I call bullshit on all of it. Like, what does it hurt? Y'all could pay for these big ass helicopters to get wrapped with your challenge colors and your skulls and all that. You can't get no big ass time clock to stand next to TJ so we can actually see, okay, KC won it in 59 seconds, but oh, what's her name? Teresa got 60. You know, you telling me that's not in the budget. So at least we can honestly see, okay, we saw the time stop right there. Okay, everybody know what time they got to beat. You know, I don't trust it. I ain't never trusted. I definitely don't trust it over there on the Big Brother. It is what it is. I mean, 1 second. I really feel like Teresa and Jay are really the pair that was to be beat, because the week before that they won. Honest, you know, it ain't no times over who crossed the finish line first. They won. The week before that, you telling me CT and Big T won by 5 seconds. I didn't believe that. But we ain't going 3 weeks back. Congratulations, KC and LeRoy. After that, it ain't nothing else to say. Everything after that was written all over production's face. It was no shocker at all. They went to a little club. Teresa lost her mind. Like, Teresa didn't take her own advice. Like, if you just shut up and lay low, somebody else would do something to piss the house off. But she wanted to play big and bad. She wanted to run up in everybody's face. Like, I wasn't talking about rap, girl. We saw the clip. We don't care what you wrote in your little notebook and what blue sweater you had on. You did say to CT, what about Darrell? Even if you were just talking in generalizations and it was a conversation where y'all put everybody's name in the hat, CT can't be trusted. Now, CT is on my fantasy team, and he really the only one I have any faith in for the rest of this season. But I don't know if he gonna get down there to that crater, because I don't know, with Big T as a partner, unless production give him a win, I don't see what him and Big T are gonna win again. What happened next? Because I don't care about Teresa running around the club. Okay, so we get back to the house, and I really don't care about this. Devin admittedly says, I'm bored. I'm tired of Big Brother. I want to poke a fight with them. Okay, I ain't mad at you wanting to get out Big Brother, because I really don't care for nobody on Big Brother but Amber, B, and Fessy. Like, Casey and Josh can always go. So Devin is like, there ain't nobody was gonna let you in. I don't know why Fessy fed into this. I blame it on the alcohol. Fessy and Devin had this huge fight. Somebody pushes Fessy outside. Devin puts his ass on the glass. This is why I don't like Devin, because to me, I don't like going backwards, but Wes, you created a monster. You should have fought. You should have won that and sent Devin home, because now Devin really thinks, oh, I took out Bananas and Light Bright, so I'm the puzzle master. And I took out Wes when he really didn't try, but now I'm a challenge beast. And, you know, I'm like, I can't wait for somebody to nominate Devin and take his skull. Like, it aggravated me, because Josh always aggravates me, but Devin started it, and he started it on purpose. And then Josh got upset, threw some water at one point, because Devin started to antagonize Josh. And then the water hit Kyle. Now, Kyle, you did have a nice little sweater and everything, but it was water. Now, if it would have been a glass of Coke or red wine, something that would have left a stain, I could understand the smoke that you wanted, but it was water. And it was Josh. Like, it was a whole bunch of security had to come in. I guess they just ain't have nothing else to film. I honestly feel like production told Devin to do it. Really. Because they knew Josh would give them a scene, if nobody else. But let's move past all of that, because I don't care. let's get into the house, the house conversation. So at one point, Amber B is like, I really don't know who said Darrell's name. And Teresa admits that the only person I said Darrell to was CT, and I'm going to call him out at the meeting. Teresa calls CT out at the meeting. No one cares. Teresa could have put her hand on the Bible with a cross in the other one. No one would have believed or cared anything about what Teresa was saying. Your partner Jay is going in. Your partner Jay is going in. I really hope, as Teresa is on my fantasy team, but for the sake of the show, I need Teresa to go in next week and either go home or get her skull, because this storyline has to die. It has to. Someone else needs. I can't get over the hypocrisy of it all. CT is deny. I ain't said nothing. Teresa a liar. You saw what she did last week, y'all. You gonna believe me or her? And people know CT's bullshit, but anyway, Teresa and Jay are the house vote. LeRoy is like, I don't know if I should do it, but I should. Now let's skip all of that bullshit, because I want to get to the conspiracy. You telling me, production, the week of all of this hype of a storyline, the lovers got risks where one lover had to go in. Lovers, I'm talking about LeRoy and Cam. Cam had to go in, and LeRoy is pissed. He almost lost his girl. And the very next week, he happens to win the challenge and have the opportunity to get Jay, who is not a punk, who is not a layup, but he is considered one of the smallest ones in the house. And he won. He only went home last week because Rogan is like 4 or 5 times his size, and it was a wrestling challenge. But you telling me this just happens to be the week when all of this is falling into a perfect storyboard. It just so happens to be the week that the one elimination, that fire damn pole that LeRoy smoked, that we know LeRoy can smoke, it just happened to be the week we were going to do it anyway. So LeRoy, lucky. Everybody can kiss my entire ass with that. My entire ass 2 times. I don't believe it. I believe production. Some of y'all not going to agree. Some of y'all not going to agree, but I'm going to say it to say it. Production is being very Black Lives Matter friendly this season. Production has never gave a damn about LeRoy in the past. They've never cared if he won or if he didn't. He was Banana's sidekick, and Bananas was able to save him, and if he won the elimination and could pull it off, great. If he lost, boo-hoo, we see you next season. Production has never went out of its way to set up a LeRoy storyline and win like this. And I don't care what anybody says. They wanted LeRoy to have this moment, because it was just like LeRoy was so scared. He didn't know what the elimination was, and he knew Jay ain't no punk bitch. Like, Jay can do a lot of things. Pretty much, if it wasn't physical or this thing that LeRoy is the beast in, LeRoy probably wouldn't have went down there if he didn't see that. And Jay still wasn't no punk on this one. Like, LeRoy probably beat him on the way going to the first line. It was damn near a tie. But coming back, LeRoy put on turbo boost, and he smoked Jay. But Jay had his they said it took under 60 seconds. It was a great elimination. And trust me, if production has played it up for many people, and I'm happy they played it up for LeRoy right now. I want LeRoy to have a win, but don't make it that obvious. Like, I don't know. I don't I really don't have nothing else to say. Because the episode, and we really ain't got to talk about this. Because the guys quit, TJ said none of the men's vote counted. But it really didn't give a damn because it didn't change the outcome of anything. Like, if it would have changed the outcome in some kind of way, say Devin and whoever his partner is would have had to go down there, that would have been amazing. Like, that would have been good TV. But what's the point? Because I remember I'd be texting my YouTube friends. I remember when I saw that, I said, oh, my mouth is wide open. I am lost for words. Like, they don't have no vote. And then it went to commercial break too. I was like, oh, let me hurry up and fast forward. I was besides myself. I was like, oh, they don't have no votes. That was a good TV moment. Just for it to be a womp womp, it's still Jay and Teresa. I don't know. I'm over it. That's the end of the episode. Next week, we were supposed to do it this week after episode 7, but we're going to do it after 8 because we all had obligations tonight. But we're going to go live next Thursday, probably at 6 or 7 p.m. I will put it on Twitter and on Instagram. Look in the description. My Twitter and Instagram is all the same, Kiss My Cheeks TV. So go follow and all that good stuff. And I will let you all know what time. But me, Charles, and Drew, we will be going live next week after the episode to discuss the past 4 weeks and to discuss how our fantasy teams are doing currently. You can take my team and throw it in the trash. Pretty much. It was the same way for football. Like, take all my fantasy football teams and throw them in the trash. 2022, where's next year? When we gonna play again? That's how my fantasy challenge team is. Like, I think all of my guys are gone. Like, all I have left, because I had Jay, I had Josiah, who else? I had Wes. So all I have left is CT, and I have Kyle, who he does have a gold skull. I have a little bit of faith in Kyle. Really, I have a lot of faith in Kyle, depending on who his partner is and what other men make it to the final. Let's talk about that real quick. Get in the comments. Let me know who you think is the top team this season. Like, who is in the best running. As of right now, I'm going to give it to Cam and Kyle. I don't know why LeRoy didn't flip to be with Cam. Maybe they're looking, to spread their odds. Like, if we both make it to the final, one of us will at least get 500,000. Because if we both lose, then we both broke. I ain't mad at y'all. LeRoy chose to stay with Casey, and Teresa went with Corey, and ain't neither one of them too happy about it. I think that's a good partner, girl. They're better than Devin. But on the girl side, I can't even remember all the girls I have. I know I have Lolo. I know I have Big T, who I have no faith in. I don't even know who else is on. I had Tori, and I have Teresa. It's that fourth girl on my team I can't remember for shit. Is it Gabby? Is it Nani? I don't even know all the girls on my team. But I have no faith for anyone. And I feel like if Kyle and Cam can stay together and she doesn't flip for LeRoy, I can see them winning it. I really can. Because I don't have a lot of faith in the girls that are left. The only girl that I think could probably give Cam a run for her money is Lolo. But that depends on who she's partnered with. Because KC didn't impress me last season at all. I don't know. Get in the comments and let me know, how you think everybody's doing so far this season. And again, let's get this under 30 minutes. Like, comment, share. I'm excited to see what you all think about this episode in the comments. Do you agree with my conspiracy, or am I tripping? I don't mind if people say, Angie, girl, you tripping. It is what it is. But get in the comments and let me know. And again, we will be going live on my channel, Kiss My Cheeks TV. Me, Charles, and Drew. We will be talking about our fantasy teams and discussing the past 4 episodes. So I will see you all then. You all have a good night and talk to you later. Bye.